Hey gatekeepers, welcome back to Weekly Soap Chronicles. Today I'm bringing you a recap of episodes November 11th through November 14th. We've got Kat officially declaring all-out war on Eva, Hayley possibly finding a whole new reason to unalive Bill, Dani canceling and then uncanceling the photo shoot, Vernon's shady meetings, and a kiss that could change everything for Derek. Let's get into it. So we start off on Tuesday, picking up where Friday left off because Monday was a rerun. Kat is still absolutely fuming after hearing Eva call Ted dad. And when I say fuming, I mean she's ranting to Chelsea and Tomas like a tea kettle about to blow. She's going off about evil, the nerve, the disrespect, blah, blah, blah. And of course, in true soap fashion, Eva walks in right at that exact moment. Chelsea and Tomas do the smart thing and get out of the line of fire, and we get another Kat and Eva verbal smackdown. Threats are exchanged, tension is sky high. Afterward, Tomas tells Kat what she absolutely does not want to hear. Eva has every right to have a relationship with Ted, and Kat's attitude is wrecking their relationship. What? Well, gatekeepers, we already know that Tomas has been seeing it for Eva since day one. He has never been on Kat's side when it comes to Eva.
But Kat, you're not taking my feelings into consideration.
Man, please. And just to drive that point home, Tomas agrees to meet Izaiah at Uptown instead of catering to Kat's tantrum. If I was Kat, I would be dropping Tomas like a hot potato, okay? Meanwhile, Chelsea tries to reason with Kat, and it goes about as well as you'd expect. Kat basically says, I'll do whatever it takes to keep Eva away from my dad. Now, gatekeepers, do you think this storyline has run its course? I think so. Kat is on an island by herself when it comes to Eva because nobody on this soap hates Eva as much as Kat does. And as a matter of fact, she's the only one that does not like Eva. Everyone else has been very accepting of her. So y'all tell me what y'all think. Should Kat just let it go because Eva ain't going nowhere? Put your comments down below. Next up, let's talk about Hayley because she may have stumbled onto a whole new motive to unalive Bill. She heads over to Bill's office to take him lunch, all wifey and cute, until she sees his would-be client, Izaiah. And she does not just notice him, she devours him with her eyes. Man, she looked at him and was like, ooh, who is this? Hi, I'm Hayley Hamilton. Izaiah is like, oh, Bill, is this your niece? And of course, Bill is like, no, this is my wife. And to let Izaiah know that Hayley is off limits. But how's Hayley looking at Izaiah up and down? Izaiah don't have no money, okay? And we learned that Hayley is a grifter and she only goes out for men who have money, okay? So why are they writing that into the script? Now, Caroline clocked Hayley's reaction when she saw Izaiah, and then later on Caroline said, you were eating that man up with a spoon. Hayley of course says, I'm married, not blind, but makes it clear Bill is her man, and the attraction is there, but we all saw it, didn't we? Now, later on that day, she slips more of that slow-acting drug into Bill's soup. So my question is, gatekeepers, when is Bill gonna start feeling the effects of this drug? Because he been drinking teas, he been eating soups and stuff, although sometimes he don't get all of the tea or eat everything. But still, when is he gonna start having some sort of symptoms? Meanwhile, on the Martin Smitty front, things are tense again, because when are they ever not tense between these two? I'm about tired of them too. Smitty and Martin are arguing because Martin keeps making harsh unilateral decisions about Sam. Smitty warns him, keep this up and you'll push everyone you love away. They eventually calm down and Martin suggests taking the kids offline. Of course, Tyrell's like, how I get in this? Okay. No more social media. Smitty shuts that down and suggests something else. Let Samantha go back to doing Chelsea Cat as an incentive to behave. Now, while the dads are debating about Sam's future, Sam is at Orphe Jean's with her mom, June. Sam is clearly hoping June will take her side and let her move in full time. Can I come live with you? And June is like, no, I am not in a place to be a full-time mom. And then she opens up about losing her own parents. June tells Sam, you still have a chance to make things right with your fathers. It's a vulnerable, real moment between them. By the end of the episode, Sam goes home. She apologizes to both Dad and Pops, and the family looks like they're actually starting to heal. For now, anyway. So we pick up on Wednesday with Ted trying once again to talk some sense in the cat about Eva. Ted basically lets her know he loves them both. He blew up the family, not Eva. And Eva is not going anywhere, but neither is Kat. I love you both. Kat could care less. She's as interested in hearing about Eva as some of us are in fat-free cheesecake. She tells Ted Eva is not a good person. She's not worthy, especially after the destruction she and Leslie caused to the family. Don't anybody else see this? Kat will never trust Eva and will never accept her as a sister that she tells Ted this information for the 100th time. Now over on Eva's side, she's busy trying to manage Leslie's expectations where Ted is concerned and failing miserably. They're having lunch at the country club with Jan. When Jan and Eva get a moment alone, Eva asks Jan, stop encouraging my mama to chase Ted romantically. Eva, if you can't stop your mama, what makes you think Jan can? Okay. Now on to Dani and Andre, because their whole storyline takes a turn. They're getting ready to leave for their big photo shoot in Los Angeles. Anita and Verna actually give them their blessing, which is huge. Vernon admits they had reservations, but Andre has brought their daughter back to life and pulled her out of that Bill-inspired spiral. Dani gives Andre one more chance to back out of the shoot. She's nervous because he keeps throwing around the word risk. He reassures her, says he just needs to grab a few things and will meet her at the airport. When he gets to the airport, he sends Dani a selfie of himself saying, I'm here waiting on you. Dani sees the selfie, shows up at the airport and says the trip is off. If you really think about it, you'll know why. Meanwhile, Ashley is packing up Derek's things with Naomi's help, while Derek is at the hospital impressing Shanice by standing again. Ashley confesses to Naomi that she wasn't totally honest with Derek about her feelings for Andre. You think? At the same time, Derek tells Shanice the wedding is off, but he wants to work harder than ever to recover. Later, Derek stops by the old apartment to finish moving out. Naomi is there and pretty much tells him to get his stuff and go. Okay, self-righteous Naomi. He hands her the key and asks her to give it back to Ashley. Then we get the twist. Shanice later tells Ashley she knew what was going on with Derek but couldn't say anything because of HIPAA. So Ashley learns Shanice knew more than she thought. And we just see how tangled this triangle has been. Thursday picks up right where Wednesday left off. Dani explaining why she canceled the Forrester shoot. She tells Andre he is the reason she canceled because he's always saying, the risk. I'll just take the risk. The risk it's all worth it. Which made Dani feel like he wasn't comfortable. Andre finally opens up. He's worried he'll look like a zebra in a hippo family, and he's afraid he'll ruin her big comeback. Once Dani understands his fear is about holding her back, not jealousy or drama, she decides they're canceling the shoot for real. And even though they're already at the airport, why not start their honeymoon? They go through a few destinations ideas and still end up choosing Los Angeles. And why not? Because Pamela already set them at a 5-star hotel and things to do while they're there, so they might as well capitalize on it. While Dani and Andre are being cute, Leslie is doing what she does best, plotting. Eva is watching Ted and Leslie form a little mutual admiration society and trying not to roll her eyes straight out of her head. Jan quietly ducks out when the conversation turns to basketball and later tells Eva Leslie can only make progress with Ted if he allows it. Meanwhile, Leslie hears about Winterfest and immediately starts fishing for an invite. She doesn't get one, which obviously means she's going to push even harder. Eva tries to redirect her mom and suggests that she gives to charities and try to get her to focus on literally anything else. But you can tell Leslie is determined to wedge herself into Anita's event. Later, Ted tells Nicole that he wants to bring Eva as his +1 to Winterfest. And Nicole is like, this is not going to go over well with your daughter, Kat. Ted answers basically, well, that's too bad because she gonna have to deal with it. So we move on to Vernon. He has another secret meeting with Sharon at Uptown. And sure, he says it's the kind of place where his kids and grandkids would be noticed, but not him. That is, if you're that worried about being seen, maybe don't meet in public. Hello? They meeting at a restaurant, but we can't let Anita find out about our meetings. Okay. Now the show is trying really hard to make it look like Vernon's cheating. But if you've watched soaps long enough, you know what that means. Misdirection. It feels way more likely that Vernon and Sharon are secretly rehearsing a musical number for Winterfest. Not a fling, a performance. Now back to Derek. He's moving his stuff out with the help of Liam and Sherry, 2 of his fellow firefighters. Now once Liam leaves, Sherry takes her shot. She tells Derek he doesn't have to go through this alone, and then she kisses him. And honestly, the chemistry is there. Go ahead on, Derek. Derek pulls back, though, and says he's still in love with Ashley. Of course he is. They literally just broke up 2 minutes ago. Derek is heartbroken, and Sherry clearly wants more. And I don't know about y'all gatekeepers, but I would love to see more Sherry on screen. Move on from Ashley, Derek, please. So we end the week with an episode packed with fallout and secrets. At the country club, Naomi and Jacob join Bill and Hayley for dinner. It starts out awkward and just keeps getting worse. Topics that come up: Dani and Andre's honeymoon plans, Derek and Ashley's breakup, Jacob's brother, and Hayley supposedly wanting to have a baby soon. The conversation is a minefield. Hayley didn't appreciate Naomi bringing up Dani and Andre. Why you bringing them up? This is supposed to be a nice family dinner. Bill suggests that maybe Ashley and Izaiah could hook up. And Hayley's response to that was like, "Ooh, please." And then recovers real quick and says, "Oh, well, they just broke up. So, it's too soon." Again, I don't know why they trying to have Hayley have eyes for Izaiah. I mean, come on, it's too much. Then Hayley hands her phone over to Naomi and Jacob so they can see pictures of she and Bill's new house on St. Bart's. And as they're looking at the phone and the pictures, Hayley's message pops up from the pharmacy. Her birth control pills are ready to pick up. Naomi sees it. Hayley clocks Naomi seeing it. And then later, Hayley tells Bill, "I'm just frustrated at having to keep taking these birth control pills because of my hormones are out of whack from the miscarriage." So Bill says, "Oh, those are birth control pills?" "Yeah." "Oh, okay then." So she covers one lie with an even bigger one. She wants Bill and everyone else to think she's trying for a baby, but the pills say otherwise. And we know otherwise too, right? Now, between the poisoning, the flirting with Izaiah, and now this, Hayley is building one hell of a house of cards. Meanwhile, Leslie crashes into the Dupree mansion uninvited again to offer her services for Winterfest. The nerve is extra wild because Anita is with Laura, the very woman Leslie has tried to unalive on a couple of occasions. And I guess they dropped that storyline because they have no proof that the woman actually did anything. But everybody in the town knows that she did. Anita tells her that they don't need any more volunteers. Instead, she pushes Leslie to donate money rather than help. Now, on her way out, Leslie gives Laura a literal jump scare, and it raises a question. Are the writers trying to make her a full-blown villain or comic relief? Because right now she's ping-ponging between both. And I'm tired of her dealing with trying to get Ted and trying to one-up the Duprees all the time. Ugh. Later, Leslie runs into Izaiah and Martin and offers to fund Martin's next campaign. Anita worries that Leslie is going to ruin Winterfest. And now, after a long talk with Nicole, Anita calls Leslie back and actually agrees to let her work on the event. Okay, side note. Now, as much influence and money that the Duprees supposedly have, they can't stop Leslie at all. They tried to get her from not being a part of the country club, but Leslie decided, I fund a sports complex for the place. Okay. They tried to get her not to buy the house across the street, but now she done bought the house, tearing it down and building another one. They didn't stop her from doing that. And the fact that they didn't really even do no type of investigation to determine if Leslie is really Barbara's daughter. Duh. And then the other crazy thing is that this particular Winterfest situation is like a tribute to her mother. And then they don't expect that she would want to come and be a part of it. As a matter of fact, they don't even tell her that it's about it. So, I don't know about these storylines and how they writing this stuff. It's not making sense to me. But gatekeepers, y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. So now Winterfest has Anita's vision, Leslie's chaos, and Ted wanting Eva there as his +1. What could possibly go wrong? And finally, we wrap up the week with Joey and Vanessa. First, Joey confronts Randy about his connection to Hayley, specifically whether Randy is involved with her or covering something up. Joey says, "So, when did you first meet Miss Hamilton?" Randy, the day I took her to the hospital. I told you that. Well, according to the facial recognition software we got, you and Miss Hamilton was chatting it up at the roulette table long before you took her to the hospital. And you don't remember her?
Well, it's a lot of beautiful women that come in here. I can't remember them all.
Randy refuses to spill, and Joey gives him a warning. Whatever you doing, you better keep it away from me. Because at the end of the day, you are messing around with a very influential man's wife. Later, Joey finds Vanessa talking to a wealthy patron out of gambling and ensuring that he goes home to his wife and not mess up his marriage. Joey gets upset because this is literally his business she's interfering with. He says to her, I knew you wanted to help me run the business, not run it into the ground. Vanessa fires back with a brutal but necessary question. Do you not feel even a little bit responsible for what happened to Doug? The conversation gets under Joey's skin. He's frustrated emotionally, and finally he blurts out that he loves her. She said, "What? What did you say?" He doesn't repeat it, but you just know this confession is going to have ripple effects, especially with all the other drama surrounding the casino, aka Randy and Hayley. And gatekeepers, that's a wrap for Beyond the Weeks, November 11th through the 14th. Kat is ready to go full Leslie to keep Eva away from Ted. Ted wants Eva at Winterfest with Nicole as the voice of reason in the middle. Dani and Andre choose love over career for now. And now I want to hear from you. Team Kat or Team Eva? Is Kat justified in refusing to ever accept Eva as a sister, or is she being unfair? And do you think this storyline has run its course? I do. Should Dani have done the Forrester shoot anyway? Did she make the right call standing by Andre's insecurities? And do you think Andre is still hiding something else? And how long before Naomi confronts Hayley about the birth control pills? And lastly, are you feeling Derek and Sherry? Or are you ride or die for Derek and Ashley? Please don't say you ride or die for Derek and Ashley. Please bring back Sherry as a love interest for Derek and make the split between Ashley and Derek permanent, in my opinion. Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's get a full-on gatekeeper debate going. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe to Weekly Soap Chronicles, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a recap, reaction, or theory about Beyond the Gates. Until next time, gatekeepers, keep your secrets close and your Winterfest invitations closer. I'll see you in the next episode.